Where's Optimus Prime?
The filthy red and blue bot?
Yeah.
Gives off a corroded metallic stench.
Okay, corroded, that is too...
What's up with YouTube? Just finished Transformers 1, and I gotta say, listen, out of the past few entries, I think I might like this one better. Even though it's an animated version of Transformers, I liked it. I do have some gripes, one of which is the fact that Megatron, voiced by David Tyree Henry, and Chris Hemsworth's Optimus Prime in this movie are best friends, like childhood best friends, who work together in the underground as miners. You know what I'm saying? Because the Quintesses have oppressed the Cybertronians so bad that they live underground, and the hero, Similar Prime, he hasn't told everybody what really went on. All they know is that they don't have much energon which they need to live off of, and they have to mine it. You know what I'm saying? For everybody else. Now, in this movie, they don't have cogs, meaning they cannot transform. If you know the history of Transformers lore, Megatron and Optimus were cool. They were friends of necessity. They weren't necessarily best friends, and they definitely wasn't miners. Like, in original lore, like, Megatron was more like this gladiator, this freedom fighter, this guy that was forced to fight in the pits, and he kept upgrading his armor and his systems by fighting in these gladiator pits. He became a champion of the people in the underground. Orion Pax, which was Optimus' original name, was a Liberian. You know what I'm saying? In this movie, they made it a little different. They went their own way, but they had their own twists and turns to get to where they need to get to where you see the divide between the people who follow Optimus and the people who follow Megatron. But as I stated, like, I did enjoy this movie. I did like it better than the last couple of Michael Bay entries of Transformers. This one, even though it kind of changed the lore up a little bit, and it took us on like a little detour to, it landed where it needed to land it. And I cannot complain about that. Keegan Michael Key, I think that's his name. He plays Bumblebee in this one. And Bumblebee got his voice box, and Bumblebee talk a little bit too damn much. I see why they never fixed Bumblebee's voice box. If Bumblebee was really like this in old Cybertron, I see why they never fixed his voice box. You know what I'm saying? They have a couple of other guys that Transformers. They have a leader, Jazz is in this movie. But again, the Transformers who live underground, who mine energon, they don't have transforming cogs. So they basically regular robots. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to put all the business. I'm not going to spoil it because I want you guys to watch it. But, Cinnamon Prime basically did some underhanded snake, backstabbing, conniving, cutthroat. He basically like he was in my favorite version of Transformers, which is Transformers 3 Dark of the Moon. You know what I'm talking about? But you'll figure that out while you're watching. The movie had a lot of action. It was a lot of comedy. It was a high-speed movie, I can say that. Once again, like I said, my only real major gripe or issue was the fact that they made like Megatron and Optimus were best friends, and they were underground energon miners, and they went on adventures. And when you watch the movie, you'll see like Orion Pax, who later becomes Optimus, is more like, this adventurer who keeps getting them into trouble because he lives life on the edge and keep taking risks. And like I said, if you know the lore of Transformers, Orion Pax was a Liberian. He was a good-hearted Liberian, and Megatron was a gladiator, a warrior, a freedom fighter. I just don't like that change. But y'all know me. If y'all seen my short on Transformers, I told you Megatron really not the villain of the story. Now, him coming to Earth and wanting to enslave humans, I understand why y'all would feel like that's villainous and y'all would be mad at him. But if you trying to save your people or bring back your planet, I understand it. Anyway, Transformers 1, Paramount Plus Junior.